All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, folks, this is a 67 Mustang convertible. This car is spectacular. Beautiful car. It's got the GT headlights, fog lights, red. All right, you can cut it off. All right, and if you want to get out of the car too, we'll talk a little bit. This is the owner of the car, and why did you buy this car?
I've always had a soft spot for Mustangs. Way back when I worked in a Ford dealer, I had a 65 Mustang. Of course, that was a 6-cylinder 3-speed. It wasn't a convertible. So I've always had a soft spot. And the other thing I liked about Mustangs was if I needed a part, 2 or 3 days I could have it, as opposed to some other cars. It may not be the same situation.
That is the nice thing about Mustangs, is that you can get parts for them, and they're actually fairly inexpensive when you need to buy them, and you can find them. So
yes, it is.
Yeah. So you bought. When did you buy this car?
I bought this car at the Mecum auction in Kissimmee, Florida, in 2010, and I did pay. I have to say, $34,000 plus buyer's premium at the time.
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple bidders, and it did appear to be a good car. It was an original 4-speed, red, just the way it came from the factory, and that's what I was looking for. I didn't want anything that was modified, engine changed, or anything like that. And if I didn't mention, at the time it had, I think, 55,000. Now it has 57,000 and change. Believed to be original, as attested by a couple previous owners. According to what I was told, a widow had it. Her husband, it was his favorite car. He passed away, and it was in storage for over 15 years. And that would explain the low mileage.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have an inspection receipt from South Carolina back from '95. It had 53,000 miles on it.
Okay.
So I believe that is correct. When I bought it, the original brake and clutch were on it, pedals I should say, and they didn't appear to have a lot of wear to them, although I did replace them because they started to crack and wouldn't stay on.
Okay. So, I mean, it may very well have that many original miles. Now, you've replaced a couple of things on the car, which was the steering wheel and the seat cover. So can you show me what you've done in there?
Yeah. When I got it, the seats were actually in very good condition, but the seams were starting to split. So I decided at that time that I might as well redo everything. And I ordered from National Parts Depot what they called the Comfort Weave seat coverings, which were an optional back in '67. And I just thought that where I am in North Carolina, it might be a little cooler in the summer. And I also had the convertible side panels on the inside. I had new fiberglass under and vinyl on the top, and new floor mats, of course. And I took the entire dashboard apart. Took all the gauges out, put new lenses. I was lucky enough to find a new old stock, the 2-pod bezel. So I got that. Sent the speedometer away to be lubricated professionally. Sent the charge indicator away to be redone professionally. And I did spend quite a bit of money to get a reproduction wood look steering wheel. Has an AM/FM radio from a '67, although the car originally only came with an AM radio. The whole heater box was taken apart, new core put in that, all new gaskets.
Can you open the hood for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you've had this completely detailed on the engine bay area too, it looks like. So
Yeah, way back when I worked in a body shop, so I felt confident. Although it had been painted and the fenders were painted when they were removed originally, I wanted to do a more in-depth detailing, so I took the fenders and the grill out, and I have pictures to show that. Just looking for rust and also to do a better job in the detail. And at that time, I just felt it was silly not to change the fuel pump, power steering hoses, and those items that were just more easily accessible with everything off. It's had a new water pump since I've had it. Just about anything that could go wrong mechanically has been replaced. I have driven this car, not to be repeated, at excess of the legal limit many times.
okay. So it's fun to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing I did when I bought it was actually I should say the first really warm day here in North Carolina, when it hit over 90, I just pulled it outside and let it idle to see if it would overheat. It did not. Since then I've been in 2 parades on 90-degree days. One parade was well over an hour. Did not even come close to overheating.
Can you open the trunk for us?
Sure.
All right. Is the did you do anything with the front end? Are there any? I mean, the underneath the ball joints or any of that area?
Yeah. Clark Classic Restorations in Greenville replaced just about everything in the front end.
Okay.
Ball joints, tie rod ends, idler arms, anything that was even remotely questionable, they did it. And I realized that those are, basically bolt-on items, but I just felt better having it professionally done.
Okay.
The trunk has been completely redone. New cardboards here, and not concourse correct, but I put black carpeting in here because they spray in that undercoating or whatever. It doesn't look nice, and I just felt that the carpeting there might protect me if anything ever shifted in the trunk from becoming a dent on the outside. It probably never happened, but I did it.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about the car?
Well, when I went through it, the taillights, I took the taillights completely apart, some new gasketing, sprayed the inside of the metal with highly reflective silver paint to give me, a little more brightness on turn signals. I guess that's about it.
Okay. So, I mean, if you, I know you don't want to do this, but if you had to total up how much money you've got in this car, and your wife's not listening, I don't think. So,
okay.
What would you say?
I'm very meticulous. I've got about $51,000 into the car right now.
51,000. Okay.
I'm not going to tell anybody that this is a show car.
Right.
This is a driver.
Yep. And it's a beautiful driver, and a car that you'd feel real good about taking anywhere. The 4-speed shifts good, and power steering.
Yeah.
What a great looking car. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for showing it to us.
Oh, you're welcome.